Good afternoon. I'm Majda Mujagic, and this is my story. It was 1992 when the war in Bosnia erupted. Houses were destroyed, food was scarce, and danger lurked around every corner. I was born only a year later. As a young child, one does not know the meaning of genocide, warfare, even death. I knew one thing growing up. As long as I was with my family, I would be all right. In February of 1995, my father left for Germany to pave the way for me, my mom, and sister. Soon after, in May of that same year, the three of us followed him to Heinsberg, Germany, in hopes of finding a better life. 3 years later, just as I replaced my native tongue with the German language, we moved back to Bosnia. It was now 1998. The war was over, but the damage to the economy seemed irreversible. People did not worry about obtaining an education, but instead worried about where their next meal would come from. When I was 5 years old, I convinced my dad to take me to the elementary school in my hometown just a few minutes away. I was determined to learn how to read and write. I spent that whole day reciting what I would tell the administration and how excited I was to become one of their students. However, they were not as excited as I was. The principal scolded my dad for trying to enroll me at such a young age, and they simply did not have enough room. I was crushed. "We'll try again next year," my father would say, in hopes of comforting me. What worked the best were the stories he told me about America. They have Coca-Cola that comes out of sinks, and and jellyfish in the ocean that are as big as my hand, he would say as he held open his palm. Coca-Cola that came out of sinks had to be a joke. Even Coca-Cola was a luxury that most people in Bosnia could not afford in the 90s. And colossal jellyfish, was it true? He promised that one day I would see for myself. It was February 2nd, 2000, when my family and I set foot onto American soil. We had received papers from cousins that lived in Jacksonville, Florida, allowing us to become permanent residents as well. I was greatly impacted by what I saw. The beach did contain huge see-through rubbery animals that floated through the salty water. And fast food restaurants did disperse Coca-Cola and other beverages, which Americans called fountain drinks, through faucets. My father had been right about his promise. Most importantly, what amazed me was that all the kids in my neighborhood went to school. My only problem? I couldn't communicate with them. 10 years ago, all I knew how to say was, "Hi, my name is Majda." When my father took me to get enrolled in school, I was not turned away. Being an immigrant in an American school was not fun at first. My distinctive accent made me shy and self-conscious, and my lack of English affected my grades. I would stay quiet when participation points were being given away, and my lack of English affected my grades. Oh, I said that. Sorry. Getting a little nervous up here. It was not until middle school that I began to come out of my shell, and when I entered high school, I was given the opportunity to fully embrace who I am today. Sandwood High School was, in fact, my complete turning point. My junior year, I got placed into AVID. Ms. Kirk, the AVID teacher, taught us the importance of being organized through binder checks, asking others for help through tutorials, and setting goals by inspiring and motivating us to achieve them through hard work. My struggles in math no longer existed because my peers in AVID helped me understand inverse functions and complex equations. I was no longer digging through my locker for AP Lang notes, but instead, I knew how to keep track of my work in those big tabbed 3-ring binders. By the end of the first quarter, my new and improved AVID habits finally led me to achieve straight A's. Not only was I gaining the tools AVID teaches academically, but I became more confident and outgoing. I made all kinds of friends and got very involved in school activities such as cheerleading, varsity flag football. I became a member of the National Honor Society and the Junior Civitan Club. On top of it all, AVID turned me into a leader. I am now Sandwood High School's senior class president. Moving from Bosnia, thank you. Moving from Bosnia to America made me realize one thing. Everything is possible, but nothing is ever promised. Students are given every initiative to succeed in the United States, books, resources, counselors, but it is up to the student to reach out and grab the goal they have set for themselves. AVID has been that extending hand that has enabled me to inch closer and closer to my own success. Most classes prepare students for the rigorous work in college, but AVID prepares students for a successful lifestyle. As AVID students, we learn to not only score high SAT scores or learn the meaning of surreptitious, but with motivation and determination, we are taught how to make those life-changing decisions that will set us on the right path for a great future. Junior year was my most significant year throughout high school. Thanks to AVID, my class and I were able to take a tour of the University of Central Florida here in Orlando. This changed my whole perspective on my future. I had made up my mind for the college of my choice. I was aiming for prestigious and extraordinary. I knew that UCF was my goal. The AVID field trip made me realize not only my dream, but that my dream was now within reach. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The future depends on what we do in the present." I was quick to realize the truth behind Gandhi's quote when I decided to apply for AVID. To some, it may just be a class, but to me it means much more. To me, AVID is my guide, my support group, the advantage I have in striving for excellence, the tool that makes my dream into reality. This class has really opened up my eyes to the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Now, thanks to AVID, I'm never closing my eyes again. Thank you.